Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Aesop Grim here, and this is the continuation of my blind playthrough of RDR2 2025, or in 2025 I should say. We're going to go talk to Sadie today, and I think this is going to push our chapter forward because it's the last yellow quest on the map. So for any of you that are following my Oblivion playthrough also, I did actually get that video recorded, but it was pretty late in the day whenever I did, and for that particular video, and this doesn't happen very often, but I had to take it in and edit it to cut a bunch out where I got lost in catacombs. And so that extra time, plus especially the rendering time, just put it too far into the evening to make sense to make it to go ahead and release it on YouTube. So that's going to be your Tuesday episode instead. And then this here is supposed to be, this is going to be releasing on July 4th. So I'm actually recording it in the early morning hours of July 4th. So I want to wish you all a happy July 4th. And I'm not really expecting a whole lot of views on this one because of exactly that. It's a holiday weekend. It's July 4th. Families got plans, you know, and stuff like that. But I didn't want to go 2 days in a row without uploading anything. So I'll go ahead and put it up, and you guys can watch it at your leisure. Or, you know, if you got to skip an episode, you got to skip an episode. There'll be another one up on Monday. And it is what it is, you know. So that is perfectly okay. And understanding on my end is what I'm trying. Like, I understand that. It sounds weird. It's not like I expect you guys to do X, Y, or Z. That's kind of why I slowed down on my language there. I was like, man, I don't feel like I'm transmitting the right thought because I don't have any kind of sense that you guys are supposed to be doing this or anything like that. I'm just letting you know that I would have normally just not even put this up on July 4th, but with 2 days in a row, that kind of tends to impact algorithms, I think, for YouTube, so I needed to put it up. And if you don't get to watch it, then that's fine. We'll catch you up on the next episode. Arthur sure is in a bad way. Whoops. There we go. Okay.
Yep.
You know what? I was going to go get my weapons cleaned. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's make a pit stop at Emerald Ranch. Maybe there's a shop there.
Yeah.
Hey, that big beautiful bill passed. And you know, it's not something I've really super dug into. Golly, there's some wild animals out here. So I know Trump's been pushing for it really hard, but I don't know a whole heck of a lot about it. For me, it's more the reaction. My take is that people outside the Trump circles are like weather vanes for me. The reason I say it like that is because, wow, bro, you just ran right into me. Well, violence has ensued on July 4th. I think that's appropriate. But anyway, it's not just liberals. It's the rhinos, you know. So if there's something that Trump likes that everybody else is like over my dead body, then I sight unseen, I'm like, I think we probably need that. So So I've been waiting to see this thing go through, and now the reactions that we're getting, they align perfectly with that theory that I just gave you. That I figure if it makes everybody else kick and scream, it's probably exactly what this country needs. And sure enough, man, AOC was practically in tears. And there's just a lot of people coming out blasting it, saying it's going to do this, it's going to do that. These are the same people that told us tariffs are for retards that don't understand economics. And just spoke brazenly certain of their position, telling us that tariffs weren't going to work. Man, that thing's making us trillions of dollars. Maybe it's billions, but still, it's a lot of money. We're bringing in a boatload of cash. They're not just wrong. They're exactly in the opposite direction of wrong. I'm convinced that most of these people are absolute, total, and complete liars. Liars. They know what they're doing. They know what they're saying. And then those few that are not are just farging lackeys. Easily impressionable. And led by the liars in their party. And so I don't trust a single solitary thing that they have to say. I wouldn't say that I don't care what they think.
Hey, fella, you seen a dog around?
I have
She
not.
went and got herself lost.
Oh, good for
Poor
you.
thing's been gone for hours. Any chance you could help me find her?
No,
Please?
afraid not, hombre. So it's not that. Okay, we got a saloon. Let me see what we got here. It's not that I don't trust.
Oh, fella, it shouldn't take long.
Did you get your answer? Has it come for me? I don't see him. Okay. I don't think there's a gun shop here. We're gonna have to go over to Valentine. Right here. All right. For the third time, let me see if I can complete this sentence. It's not that I don't care what they think. I care a lot about what they think. Because in my view, they're a weather vane. Whatever it is, if they're lobbying for it, I'll set my face against it. If they're dead set against it, I full-throatedly, full-throated. Is that a word? Full-throated, like I endorse it. Yeah, it is a word. Full-throated endorsement. That means like you're not just whispering it. You're shouting it to the rooftops. You're letting everybody know. I'm for this, right? If they're really hard set against it, I'm really hard in the paint for it. And so I like to see them get as much airtime as possible. I want to hear their opinions. I want to listen to Rachel Maddow and AOC, Chuck Schumer and Chris Todd, or whoever else out there explain to me why this is a terrible decision, and that if I'm enlightened and smart, I'll agree with them. And then I want to disappoint them to high hell, man, to kingdom come. I know those are some mixed analogies, but you guys get what I'm saying. These people are weather vanes, and whatever they're for, I'm against, and whatever they're against, I'm for. And it's just really, really helpful to get their take on stuff. So that was pretty fantastic. And I heard that Rachel Maddow might be facing the Turk here pretty soon. She kind of boldly called out her company managers a few months ago on air when they fired Joy Reid, and basically insinuated that they were racists. That's a bold move, Cotton. and I guess it's not really working out too well for her. They cut her staff real hard.
What's your problem with me?
I don't really necessarily know what that means in her industry. Maybe that's a common thing you do to kind of signify we're really unhappy with you and you better shut up.
You ain't
Or
right in the head, is you?
something I thought was that maybe it's an underhanded way of making it nearly impossible for her to produce the amount and quality of content that she's been producing, so that they then set her up for legal reasons that cannot be tried in court, or challenged, for firing her. I kind of wonder, is that part of it? This must be the gunsmith right here. No, it's a bank. Where's the gunsmith at, man? I know they got one. I've been there before. Isn't it on the very corner? I thought it was,
Imbecile.
I thought it was this one right here. Oh, it is. Okay. Weapons quality.
Yeah, welcome. So, what are you aiming for today?
Aiming for you to shut up.
Well, mister, you look like you've been on whiskey, no stew. You
Yeah,
all right?
jeez.
I've been better, but I'm okay.
Let's
All right, well, let me know what you need.
let's go to customize and can we select it? Clean weapon. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure that's where the option was. Okay, clean weapon. That one's good to go. Just did that one. Oh yeah, I want to tell you guys, it was explained to me by one of our viewers that down here on the ratings, any kind of gray area you see, not the black like on this one, but when it's gray, indicating that you got some more headroom there. And as long as I've already customized it, what that's indicating is the amount of extra damage that special ammunition can do, like explosive ammunition. And I want to say thank you for that tip. That was very helpful. As you can imagine, with my recording schedule and especially with my weird sleep schedule, which does tend to impact things depending on where I'm at on that sleep schedule when it comes to what time I'm going to bed and what time I'm waking up. I don't always have... It's just not necessarily the easiest thing in the world for me to go research it. I don't know quite how to put that. It actually is pretty easy, but what it is, I forget about it. And I'm doing other things. I'm either recording other videos or I'm researching stuff like I've been talking to you guys about doing the AI thing, and maybe that could help me put together short little 2-minute, like cartoons or something that have our character in it and help tell I mean, I think that's fascinating, That's really neat. Or I'm unwinding and playing World of Warcraft or something like that, just taking some time for myself, And then you just got regular life on top of that. So it's real helpful whenever I have questions about things and you guys are able to answer them and Wanted to make sure you knew how much that's appreciated. Let's clean the horse. Well, let's go ahead and feed him also. I think maybe you only have to do this once.
Real good.
For the horse to go from dirty to clean. Alrighty then. Well, so yeah, I mean, I got quiet there for a little bit because I was thinking about the AI stuff. It's neat, and I'm working stuff out and kind of learning about things. It's still really mysterious to me. This is very, very foreign. It's not like you know, I've played Skyrim. And so then whenever I jump into Elder Scrolls, I have a pre-knowledge base that makes me fairly familiar with, it makes me have intuitive understanding and things that I haven't seen yet. And then also if I just go to a general RPG, I understand the idea about having multiple traits and having a pool of points to spend on those traits, and that you usually don't get an RPG where you can have 100 on every trait. The whole thing is built around designing a character, and characters have pluses and minuses, so you have limited points, right? Conceptually, I understand it. I'm familiar with it. I've worked with enough RPGs to just get that intuitively. But this stuff with AI is completely foreign to me. Even with, I have a background, I've done video editing. I taught myself. I'm self-taught for video editing and Photoshop. And I'm not the best person in the world at it. You know, technique-wise, I don't know a whole tremendous amount of stuff, but I have some artistic vision. And I have ideas and stuff. And so I don't always need to have really strong technique and spend hours on doing what's called like a, I don't know if I forgot the name of this or not, like a light manipulation. It's where you can take a daytime photo and turn it into a nighttime photo, and it looks legit, right? People who are really good at Photoshop can do stuff like that. So I have backgrounds, and I've done things like that before. I've followed tutorials, and I've spent whole days on projects just learning how to do different things. I've messed with After Effects before. I've put together some pretty complex videos in my time with special effects. It's built from scratch because I followed guides, and I learned how to do the concept, right? Oh, somebody told me this dude is blind. I didn't know that, man. What a brave soul. So what I'm thinking then is that we can just charge right through. No, he would hear it. I take that back. He would hear it. A blind guy would hear it.
Seriously, Gavin.
And he would dodge out of the way. I was gonna run him over. Gotta go, bro. I'm not helping that guy. I've actually got a blind friend, so don't get it twisted. I have plenty of empathy. But anyway, so I have background in video and image production. And I'm saying this AI stuff, it's a different beast altogether. This is not where I want to be. Oh yeah, it is. Sadie's here. Okay.
I'm coming in.
Mr. Morgan, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Because it works differently. It's about prompting, stuff like that. And then there's something called LoRa's, so that you can make what's called consistent characters. One of the problems with AI is that the image changes every time you press enter. So then how do you tell a story if you don't have stable environments? How can you have two people talking in a bar and then you make the next image from another angle perspective and the two people look different? So does the bar, right? That's a challenge with AI right now. And they're creating solutions to it, but I'm kind of learning how all that happens. I guess she's over here. All right, Sadie. Oh, you pissed. Let me come at you this way.
You okay?
Oh, she's not. She's just practicing.
Peachy?
You sure?
No, I ain't sure.
You still working?
Is anybody still working? The whole goddamn place full of people bickering, fighting and lying. It makes me real sad.
I know. I need someone to ride with me.
Do what?
Finish off them O'Driscolls. I hear the last of them is holed up at Hanging Dog Ranch.
I don't have it in me no more. I saw Colm swing. I just don't care.
I was a married woman. You know what they did to me. And to my husband? Like, you're the only one of these fools that I trust. I've got to do this.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. I'll do it. But there's something you could help me with. Abigail? Jack? John? Make sure they make it. I mean, this whole thing is pretty much done. But when the time comes...
How do you mean?
When the time comes, you help them.
What do you mean?
I mean it. Help them escape. When I... You know, you and me, we're more ghosts than people. But them, they could...
I know. Of course I will. Thank you,
That's a
Arthur.
frickin' heartbreaking
You want to ride
scene,
with me
man.
now, or meet me up at Hanging Dog Ranch when you can? Thanks, Arthur. Okay, come on.
Yo, I want to send like a personal thank you to the voice actress that played Sadie. That was yanking on my heartstrings just because it seemed so real. She didn't overact it. It was understated. It sounded real. It sounded like a real person, you know? It fit her personality. Man, that was good. I mean, let's not leave Arthur out of it. Arthur's carrying the scene, right? But she really, sometimes your support is what makes or breaks a scene. And I just really thought that was good.
Fine morning for a killing.
Hey.
You seen anything down there?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of them down there. I'm mostly drunk. But one of them, It's a fat fella with a beard. Him? He's mine.
Okay.
It's a big ranch, run down, lots of folk there, but spread pretty thin. I'll set it off and then we'll take it from there.
Take it from there. Okay. So, no real plan then.
Oh, I got a plan. Now come on.
You got an objective.
Jesus! Who the hell is that lady? Hey, that's the lady from the hanging.
Here we go.
Count!
End of the road!
Bastard in the halo! He's got a scope on that rifle!
There you go.
Gotta try to get around him! Okay, he's dead!
Shit!
Cole's dead. We don't got no quarrel with you.
Yeah, well, it's not mutual.
This is it!
We're all murderers here, but you murdered one of ours.
Just shoot her. I don't care what she is. Shoot her.
Jake Adler? Sadie Adler?
We was good people.
Just die, won't you?
Okay, you take the bar! I'll take the farmhouse! And remember,
Couldn't quite
if
tell what
he's
she
fat
said.
and he's got a beard, he's mine!
I'll try.
You make a play for the barn, you're a dead man. It's over for you.
Ah, I don't want to. I was going to throw dynamite in there,
Come in here and get us.
but she said she needs that specific guy. Let's see if we can be a little smart about this. Maybe there's some
No
better
one's gonna recognize you when I'm done.
lit angles.
You're on the barn, Morgan! You understand me?
Ah,
I don't need you out here! I need you clearing that barn!
You're up against the O'Driscolls now.
I said take the barn!
okay. Well, I'm trying to make sure I don't kill your dude.
Mark your target. This is your last fight, mister. A drink for the O'Driscoll who kills this cocksucker.
Let's try going from this side. Sounds like we're gonna have to go in there. I was sure he was up here. Okay, I think her dude was over in the farmhouse, so I probably could have thrown dynamite in here.
Sadie, you in here?
Hurry? I'm trying to hurry.
Piece of shit!
You okay?
Yeah. He was a good man, my Jakey. We was always sweet on one another.
I'm sure.
Yeah. I miss him every day, every moment. They turned me into a monster, Arthur. But my memories of him, they still pure.
I ain't even got that.
Aside from my Jake, you're the best man I've known.
Damn.
I know the company you keep. The competition ain't too fierce. We should get away from her.
I think I need to be alone for a bit.
I
Right.
understand.
See you
Yeah.
back at camp.
I want to get yourself cleaned up.
Thank you, Arthur.
Man. Brutal world that turns full-time angels into halfway angels. That's what she was talking about, that, you know, they had something, they were good people. And then she feels like they turned her into a monster, and I don't know that I would agree with her. I don't think I would describe her as a monster, but she ain't what she was. You know, they took something from her. They took something that... They didn't just take something. They stripped something away from her and replaced it with something else that she kinda hates. It's like a double wrong.
Yep.
It's probably a special weapon right there, but I don't really care. I'm more here for the story. Once this crime report goes away, we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. Uh-oh.
Yep.
Okay. Well, looks like we're fine. Okay, game, what do you have for me next? We're at 35 minutes of recording time. We're not wanted really anywhere else that we weren't before. Looks like Dutch. Dutch needs to speak to you. All right, well, I would imagine we're just going to simply get into position to talk to Dutch before we're kind of at a point that we need to go ahead and call it an episode. And since I'm not really expecting a whole lot of views, I think I don't mind if it's a short episode. That way we can kind of save as much as possible for an episode I think more of you would see without impeding on family time or whatever. It makes it really easy. We can label this Sadie's Revenge, keep it to one mission. You know, that way if people really want to see it, they can check it out, and if they want to skip it, they didn't miss too awful much. Or it's very, I don't like the way that sounded, because this was an emotionally intense mission that was important for Sadie. And so I don't want to say that it didn't miss that much, but what they missed was very targeted. So Dollar Store Obama got up there and like kind of tried to do like a house version of a filibuster or something. He talked for a really long time at a very slow pace. And what people are saying is that he ended up, what he meant for shame came out to be glory. Like he gave a point by point illustration of what this bill would do, and he tried to make it sound like it was horrible, right? And racist. I imagine trying to use racisms in 2025. Ain't nobody paying attention to that no more. The left has completely ruined that term, and Nazis is right behind it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You've been too ambiguous with it. Look, man, when everything is racist, nothing is racist. You idiots did this to yourself. It's so funny. So, Valentine, okay. So,
Hello.
one of the things that he said was, people have already memed it. One of the things he said is that this bill would take ICE and its border patrol policies and put it on steroids. That's not a quote, but it's close. I'm getting the gist. He said the word steroids. I'm just not getting the quote right. And people have already used that meme of the UK pub with people watching a soccer match up on the big screen television, and the whole room is roaring whenever they like, I guess their team got the winning goal. And you can see it's like a whole thing, because there's a build up, like they start to get real excited as they see the play unfold. They know this is a potential scoring opportunity here, and then whenever the team actually delivers the dagger and scores the goal that wins the game, the whole pub just goes nuts. And so what people do is they use this as a meme, and they replace that video with whatever it is that they're showing, that they want to replace it with, to show approval of what's happening. So they put this clip of Hakeem Jeffries talking about how it was going to take ICE and ICE's border patrol policies and put it on steroids. That's blood in the water for us, jackass. You don't understand that? And whenever I say us, I don't just mean MAGA. I mean, this is something these people just aren't grasping. The normies, most people, including liberals, they're like, get these people out of here. It's awesome. It is really, truly something amazing. So apparently ICE is now the third most well-funded, like, policing. I don't even want to put that category on it. Any kind of group that uses legal authority to go in and put people down or arrest them or, like, you know, anything along those lines. So what I heard is that ICE is better funded than every military organization on the planet except for the American and Chinese militaries. They're number 3 in the world. It's fantastic. It's amazing. Trump promised a new golden age, and man, that dude's making it happen. He has. I saw Charlie Kirk do a really good video on this. Trump, through just pure raw power of personality, has God, this horse just hates everything. I guess that's the nature of a war horse. Yeah, very temperamental. Through sheer force of personality, has shifted the Overton window. Now, if you don't know what the Overton window is, you should just go check out Charlie Kirk's video. Go to his channel on Rumble. I think it's in the title. Trump shifts Overton window. He does a really good job of explaining. He's got a graph and everything. It really it shows you what the Overton window is, and it's like this sliding scale on a graph of what a society thinks about a given subject. And whether that leans left or leans right, and how much, how strongly does it lean left and lean right? So some people are saying that it took him 15 years, but that Trump has now, that with this bill, that it officially reverses and destroys everything that Obama tried to do. And they trace it from the time that Obama mocked Trump to his face at some kind of event Obama was speaking at, that Trump came to attend. And that's gonna go down as one of the greatest political mistakes of all time. Like, I almost wish I could go back and live in that time frame, understanding the colossal acts Obama just brought down on his own head. Because Obama was strong at that point. He was riding high, man. And I don't think most people would have ever seen it coming, that really was the point in time that he dug his own grave politically. And another thing I saw was that Paramount, I think it's Paramount that owns ABC, went ahead and settled with Trump for $15 million. Now, I think it's important to understand. Okay, we're going to avoid this right here. I'm going to finish up this topic. We're at 44 minutes. I think it's important to understand what this really means. The gravity of this. Yep. Even liberals should understand. Liberals probably wouldn't believe me, but you really should challenge your own worldview on this. How would you reach any other conclusion is what I'm thinking. So if you're really willing to look at something honestly and try to remove any of your bias or your what's called wishful thinking, what do they call that? Wish fulfillment, then what ABC really did here, or Paramount for ABC on behalf of ABC, which they own, if I'm not mistaken on this, is they admitted that they produced propaganda and disguised it as the news. Guys, Guys, that is Der Stürmer levels. People from German journalism and press were hung on the gallows for this after being put on trial. It is an enormous admission. They produced propaganda and reported it as news. That video was heavily edited. You can find it all over x.com. They show you what the original answer was. This all came out in court. They show you the question and what the original answer was, and then what 60 Minutes heavy-handed editing was. And you can't say that they were just cleaning it up. They straight up took pieces from another answer and substituted it in here because her answer to this question was so horrible. It was just like, it's not so much that she gave a wrong solution. It's her, the way that she produced it was just god-awful as far as effective communication. And so they dressed it up for her really, really well by completely removing that answer and replacing it with a totally different answer to another question. And then reporting that as factual news. Propaganda. Propaganda. You people are the ones running around terrified about the rise of fascism and neo-Nazis. You better pay the F attention, because you're kind of helping that side along. Dumbasses. Oh my God, you're stupid. So
What are you doing here?
I think I'm about to shoot you is what I'm doing. Are these Pinkertons? I think these are Pinkertons.
Come on.
I ain't done with you.
Get that asshole!
You asked for it.
What do I have here? Springfield, let's bring up. I think this is a high-powered rifle. Yeah, I don't want that. Shotgun, no. Carbine repeater, that's what I'm looking for. Shoot, okay, gotta go. Okay, let's go ahead and get out of here. That's enough for me.
Yeah!
Oh, that, I gotta say, that was exciting. And we lived. Alright, where all am I wanted? Nowhere new. Well, they got a red ring around here, so let's go. Yeah, let's go pay this bounty right here. Okay, so, wrapping this up then. Yeah, liberals are stupid. That's maybe... that's frustration speaking. Whenever I think of groups of people,
Yeah!
so liberals as a group, overall, in general, you're dumb people. I don't even think that's accurate. You're actually pretty bright, but you're propagandized in specific areas. That's how propaganda works, which makes you effectively stupid. You're like dangerously stupid. Because we have a really firm example here of one of your cherished institutions getting caught red-handed. This is not the first time this has happened. Trayvon Martin was another really big example. Actually edited the 911 call. Holy shit. You know, sorry for the language there, but that's remarkable. I am stunned. One of the reasons you know this country is corrupt is that these people, nobody went to jail for this. That should be a legal offense. You call yourself a journalist and you produce propaganda. This country fought, and the World War II is like a big warning sign of, hey, don't let these things happen.
Yeah!
And your side's doing it. And they've got you pointing the finger at somebody else. I found the Nazis that you're terrified of. Oh my gosh, it's just a dereliction of duty at this point in time. You guys are really riled up on this, and you're looking in all the wrong places. Holy smokes. So anyway, the really cool thing though about this is that Trump took that $15 million and put it into his fund to build his presidential library. He took the money of his enemies that they were forced legally to force over, to hand over. Because Trump was right whenever he said that the mainstream media is the enemy of the people. Fake news. You are. You're dirtbags, you're slime balls, you're shills. And so he took your money that you were forced to pay him for reconciliation and for gosh damn election interference. That was the other thing I didn't mention to you. I got really caught up in the propaganda part because I think that's actually the biggest part, and that's such a huge statement to make because the part that I think is less significant but is still a huge deal is that you interfered in an election. Now, we know that you've been doing that for a while, but now we've got proof of it.
For you, I guess.
You're disgusting parasites talking about the news media. You're all gross.
What? Can always rely on you, boy.
If I could only remove one group from power and influence, or even, you know, if I was king for a day and I got to call the shots and have people thrown in prison or whatever, and my choice was between actual bona fide, legit, real racists, whatever skin color you find them in, or lying journalists, I'd put those lying I'd keep the racists, and I'd get rid of the journalists. That's how evil I think they are. So Trump is going to take their money and use it to build a monument to himself. You know, like every president gets a presidential library, right? And that's like a monument to that president. It's like a memory of what all that president accomplished during his time. And Trump's monument to his legacy is going to be built with the money of his enemies, the people who tried to bury him. That's so fantastic. This dude is such a boss. So, let's go ahead and bed down for the night. But man, this did turn into an hour-long video, but a lot of it was just me talking at the end. Right before 4th of July, man. We're living in a storybook fantasy right now, man. Everything, every single day, it's like Christmas. You get multiple things of good news. Can you believe that just a few months ago, lefties were being propagandized into believing that MAGA had lost heart and was imploding and turning its back on Trump? Can you believe that they bought that swill? Of course they did. Of course they did. I'm not surprised. Not anymore. I really gave the benefit of the doubt to, on a human basis. Just like, I don't know, give peace a chance, have faith in humanity. These people can make it back if we can just remove the propaganda. I really actually think that that's still true, but I have no faith that while you're sitting under that kind of levels of propaganda, that you could ever possibly have any hope at all of coming to a correct conclusion on any significant issue at all. Whatever it is that you think, I want to go the opposite way. It's just bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and have him go to sleep until morning time. And we'll save it and call it an episode. I hope you guys, those of you who do watch this on July 4th, I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. I guess No Kings is supposed to be doing something. Increasingly these people don't mean any. They just don't mean anything. They're crazy people shrieking into the ether, So, and there's not so many of them anymore. Like, that's where it was actually becoming a problem, is when there was a whole bunch of them. But, it's really remarkable what happens whenever U.S. aid gets completely defunded and Act Blue comes under the gun, under the microscope of scrutiny. It's really remarkable how little power crazy lefties out there rioting and protesting and stopping traffic have anymore. It's almost like you were just being paid and organized before, kind of seems that way. All right, guys, let's go ahead and save it. Story. I hope I didn't see. Here we go. Save game. All right, 66.1% now, and Sadie's mission is done. All right, guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I'll see you in the next episode, where this story continues.